it's Destiny, and today we're going to be showcasing one of my favorite characters in Honkai Star Rail, being Himeko, alongside the Dahlia. And before we get into today's video, I would love to know if you are potentially pulling for the Dahlia or potentially skipping her for someone else, and for who. Lastly, if you enjoy videos like these, consider subscribing to see more Star Rail content from me. Leave a like to support today's video, and now let's get straight into it. For today's team, we have a fun mono fire team consisting of Himeko, the Dahlia, Fugue, and Lingsha. I'm so excited for today's showcase since I have been waiting to show a new Himeko team for a while now, and here we are with Himeko and the Dahlia. And as I mentioned in the intro, Himeko is one of my favorite characters, so I'm so excited for today. With Fugue here, what we're going to do is just give Himeko the Foxian prayer buff, and we're going to be able to unleash a bunch of follow-up attacks in today's showcase. What's really nice about the Dahlia is she will be able to implant fire weakness onto enemies if they do not have fire weakness, and she'll also allow the team to deal super break damage onto enemies that are not weakness broken. So this will be very useful for just dealing more damage overall. So boom, there we go. Himeko's already going to come in with a follow-up, then Dahlia will come in with a follow-up, and now Himeko once again. And now these bugs are going to blow up. Goodbye, Mr. Trash Can. Here with Dahlia, we will just use her ultimate, breaking a bunch of these enemies right here. And boom, there we go. Now Himeko will come in with the follow-up. The Resurging Tide will kick in. And now with Lingsha, we can just use her skill. Boom. With Himeko right here, I'll also use her skill as well. And this first wave of enemies here is going to be very easy to deal with. We're just going to be able to unleash a bunch of follow-ups. Here comes in Himeko, and now here comes in the Dahlia as well. And what's really nice about the Dahlia in particular is that she will be able to unleash a follow-up attack after the dance partner attacks an enemy, and this will trigger once per turn. So in this scenario, Himeko is the dance partner, so we will see frequent follow-up attacks from Himeko as well as the Dahlia. Now with Fugue here, I am just going to break this little chicken. Oh no, I didn't get enough energy. Okay, it's fine. What I'm going to do is just break the little chicken. There we go. And now Himeko will come in with a follow-up. Boom. And now all of these little chickens are a little angry at me, but this is perfectly fine. If they actually attack us enough. Okay, there we go. That's what I was hoping for, that we would get the emergency heal with Fugue, which will now result in even more follow-up attacks. And boom. Now with Dahlia here, we can use her ultimate once again. And wha-bam. There comes in Fugue, and now another Himeko follow-up just like that. And now another Himeko follow-up. And now we can use Himeko's ultimate. And boom! 1.7 million damage right there. Another Himeko follow-up. And another Himeko follow-up. Yeah, this is what I mean by we're gonna unleash a lot of follow-up attacks in today's video. And now I just need one more follow-up from Himeko so we can get the combo of Himeko and the Dahlia with their back-to-back follow-ups. I'm just gonna break this chicken right here. Boom! Now we come in with the follow-up. Well, bam. And now with Fugue, I'm just going to break all of these enemies right here. And now we'll move on to the next wave right here. And Himeko is also going to start off by unleashing a follow-up attack as well. What I'm going to do is use her skill, and now also follow up here with her ultimate, breaking some of these enemies. I believe we'll be able to unleash a follow-up. Yes, we will. And now with Lingsha, well, bam. Now Himeko, another follow-up. And now we can just break these enemies once again. And boom. There comes in Fugue. 2 out of 3 stacks for Himeko. So really close to our next follow-up, which is awesome. With the Dahlia, I will just use her skill. Now we will get attacked a little bit here. Perfectly fine though. With Fugue, I will use her skill on Himeko here. And now I'll also follow up with Himeko's skill. And boom, there we go. Here comes in the follow-up. And another follow-up. And now with Lingsha, what we can do is break Hule here, as well as advance forward Fugue. Boom. This will result in Himeko unleashing her follow-up. And now we can also use the Dahlia's ultimate as well. And now the Resurging Tide will kick in, which is perfect, advancing everyone forward, and we'll be able to use another follow-up attack. We'll just use our skill since we have all of these available skill points. We can attack this enemy off to the right here. There we go. And now with Himeko, I will use her skill. Boom. Dahlia will come in with her follow-up, and now with Himeko, I can also follow up with her ultimate. Another follow-up attack. We're just dealing so much damage with these follow-up attacks as well. It's great. And boom. And now we're about to have a wombo combo.
What the hell is that? Wait.
Happy feet. Wombo combo. That ain't Falcon. That ain't Falcon.
There we go. Fuyuen's about to attack, which means now we can use Linksha's ultimate and we get even more Fuyuen attacks. And boom, there we go. Now we are going to get attacked a bit here. Perfectly fine though. Okay, Hule is recovered now, but that is okay. I don't like how Hule just made all of us go down though. Okay, we're about to get hit here, but we're fine. We're fine. We have the heals. We will be perfectly fine. And boom, there we go. Another follow-up attack. Oh, we're so close. We're at 2 out of 3. And another follow-up attack. Now with Dahlia, we can skill. Follow up here with the ultimate. And there we go. Now with Fugue, basic attack resulting in another follow-up. And Hule is also broken, which we're definitely going to be able to take advantage of this nicely. With Himeko here, I can use her ultimate. And bam! 1.6 million damage right there. And now we can use her skill. And bam! Once again. There's just so many follow-ups. I love it. This mono fire team is just so much fun, especially here in Pure Fiction. There comes in Fuyuen. All right, so we exited Resurging Tide. Perfectly fine though. We will just use our skill. Boom. And now with Fugue, we will use her skill here on Himeko. I'm just going to break this enemy right here. And now this will result in a follow-up attack, as well as a follow-up from the Dahlia. And now with Linksha here, we could just basic attack and also follow up here with her ultimate. And boom, there we go. And bam. And now we will take a bit of damage here, which is perfectly fine. With Himeko though, we did get her ultimate, so I'll definitely take advantage of this. Boom. All right, Hule is getting a little angry with us, which is not the greatest thing, but it should be okay. There comes in Fuyuen. With the Dahlia, I will just use her ultimate right here. And bam! Now the Resurging Tide will kick in. Hule is also broken. Himeko will also use a follow-up attack. And now we can just use Dahlia's skill. Follow up here with Fugue using her basic attack, as well as also using her ultimate. Just dealing some more super big damage onto all of these enemies. Boom! There we go. Now with Linksha, we can skill. And now with Himeko, follow-up attack. 6% on Hule right here, so we're really close to defeating Hule, but we will be able to get the 40k with this team right here. All right, we're just gonna get hit a little bit here. And now Fuyuen. And now Himeko follow-up. Boom! And now I think we could actually finish off this fight here with Himeko's ultimate. And what the heck is going on? What is going on near Himeko's ultimate? Like, is this supposed to look like that? Like at the bottom of the ultimate, like all the fire just kind of going crazy. I don't know if that's normal, but regardless, we're gonna finish off the fight right here. And we're just gonna use our ultimate. And boom, there we go. That was actually a perfect boom, especially with what her ultimate animation is. And we were able to get 40k in Pure Fiction with our Himeko and the Dahlia team. And now let's showcase the builds for today's video. All right, here we have Himeko, and here is her build for today. We are focusing on break effect as much as we can here. And if we take a look, here is her light cone. We are using the 4-star light cone after the Charmony fall, as this will give her more break effect, as well as also give her more speed when she uses her ultimate. Trace is maxed out. For her relics, we're using Forge and the Iron Break set, and then here are each of the pieces. There definitely could be optimization here even further, but it is perfectly fine. This is what we're working with for today. For her Eidolons, she is completely E0. I've not activated any of these, as you all can see. Here is the Dahlia, and here is her build. We are using her signature Lycon, but here are some alternatives that you can consider. One thing to note is that if you are using a Lycon that has a base chance of inflicting a debuff onto an enemy, you will want to account for this by including some effect hit rate in your build for the Dahlia, as this can assist with landing those debuffs onto enemies. For example, if you're using Resolution Shines as Pearls of Sweat, then you will want to have some effect hit rate in your build as well. For her traces, they're maxed out. For her relics, I'm using Forge and the Iron Break set, and we have 24 subsets. And here are each of her pieces. For Eidolon, she is completely E0. I've not activated any of these, as you all can see. Now we have Fugue, and here is her build. We are using her signature Lycon, but here are some alternatives that you can consider. Her traces are maxed out. For her relics, we're using Forge and the Iron Break set. Here are the substats. We're at 23, and here are each of the pieces. As for her Eidolons, she is completely E0. I've not activated any of these, as you all can see. And lastly, here we have Lingsha. She does have her signature Lycon, but here are some alternatives that you can consider. As for her traces, they are maxed out. As for her relics, we're using Forge and the Iron Break set. We have 31 substats. As for her Eidolons, she is completely E0. I've not activated any of these, as you all can see. And yeah, that'll be it for today's showcase. I had a lot of fun showing off Himeko with the Dahlia. I think it is super cool that we also have this pretty fun mono fire team. And I just loved how many follow-up attacks we were able to unleash when it comes to Himeko's follow-up attacks, as well as the Dahlia's follow-up attacks. And we can even consider Lingsha in this as well with VUN. It was very, very fun to see. And I hope all of you enjoyed today's showcase. And if you did, consider subscribing to see more Star Rail content from me. Leave a like to support today's video, and I hope you all have a great one. Peace.